Good evening. The time is now 6 p.m. I'd like to call this special Board of Selectmen meeting to order for June 26th and ask that you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And roll call.
Kevin
Cunningham.
Kentucky Board.
All right. We do have old business because it was old business at the time. Just a quick background, the documentation should say Local 818-39, and the contract runs from July 1, 2024 to June 30th, 2028. We were unable to vote the other night on this because they had not been able to ratify. They didn't have enough staff. They came in the next day and they did do a ratification, so I would ask that you consider an act on a tentative agreement between the Town of Plainfield and the Plainfield Town Hall Supervisors Local 818-39, Council 4, ASME AFL-CIO for a collective bargaining agreement covering the period of July 1, 2024 through June 30th of 2028. And the action by the Board of Selectmen of the Town of Plainfield pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 7-474. And in doing so, if you were to be approving that, just to make sure that appropriate, get it perfect.
I hereby move pursuant to the Connecticut General Statute, Section 7-474B, to approve the funds necessary to implement the tentative agreement between the Town of Plainfield and Local 818 of Council 4,
ASME
AFL-CIO, reached at the table between the parties on May 23rd, 2024 for a collective bargaining agreement covering the period of July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2028.
And I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. On new business, discuss act on electrical work at Plainfield Lions Park. I preface this by saying that we had in our budget $75,000, which is approved by the public for the budget season, to utilize for the Lions Park. And to be blunt, Mark did not go out and do research and find places and things to expend the monies on. So that's why we're at the last minute here trying to do the work. So we had an additional, well, we spent some of it already for the work that you see being done up there right now. But they wanted to do some more work and if possible, some of the electric. And what you have in your packet should give some detail to that. We went up to CNC Electric and anybody that was willing to give an offer. So we have two offers here. One is for CNC Electric Contractors LLC for the work that you see listed here for putting up lights around the basketball court, upgrading some of the materials that are out there right now for the current lights, and that's what they were looking to do. One bid came in from CNC at $13,851.61. The other one came in for Tewksbury Electric at $15,825.63.
So barring the price, which I like to keep it local. CNC is local?
Yes.
And even better still, they're the lowest bid. Now, is this covered by the grant?
This is all the monies that, no, not by the grants, but the $75,000 will be allocated in our approved budget.
Okay, so this comes out of
That.
that part?
Yep.
So it's already approved, it's already in there.
Just waiting for,
Was that in capital?
yes, it was in the capital item, you see it at the very end. You'll also notice, and this is a side note to that, there was supposed to be $75,000 in that for what was considered a planning grant, or planning of the what to do with the recreation parks and anything owned by recreation. Nothing was done. So that money goes back into the general fund.
So we've applied for grants for the park?
Yes.
And those are already spoken for, or?
There's many layers to this.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
Yep. One of the things was we applied for a SIF grant, the Community Investment Fund, to do the same type of planning, what to do with the different properties owned by the recreation or managed by recreation. And so that was supposed to be an additional $75,000 that was in the town budget, put $250,000 out of that SIP grant. So it'd be $325,000 to look at everything we have and come up with a plan of what to use it for.
Is that in the works or no?
Nope, because he didn't do anything with it. But the SIP grant that just came in, we will be working on that with a new director.
Okay, so we'll be going back to the jury, well, not to the drawing board because nothing got drunk.
Right.
But they will be working that
Portion of it, correct.
the portion of the plan where it tells us what we have, where we have it, how it is.
Yep.
Kind of like we did with the high school, I mean, the blue day.
Yes,
Same thing.
Let's
Okay.
call it the Recreation Master Plan.
yes.
There you go. Good answer.
So with this is the money that we get allocated, that'll be $75,000, this will come out of that. And whatever we don't expend goes back into the fund balance.
Does that go back like July 1st or does that go back next
July
year?
1st.
July 1st? Okay. And
Can't give you a number what that number is, but at least you know that's where it's going to go.
We had 2 items for 75,000.
Recreation master plan and the monies to be expended for park. And this comes out of that money's to expend for the park.
All right, but the master plan, does that go back to the town or does that stay?
It goes back to the general fund because it was not expended at all. That $75,000 goes back to the general fund.
So our master plan has to go back to.
Well, we'll use that SIP grant, the $250,000 to start that process.
Okay, that's my question.
So what's your pleasure with this?
Make a motion to accept the bid from C&C Electric for $13,851.61.
And I'll second it, that was some expensive stuff.
Yeah, right.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There's nothing else on the agenda, so I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And seconded,
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
At 6:07. Thank you very much.
that was tough. I don't know if I can take this one.